What does it mean to
What
walk
does it
together,
mean to walk together
separately?
separately?
What does it mean to see
What does it
together
mean to see together,
from a
but
distance?
from a distance?
And what are you
And
left
what
with
are you left with
when the walking and
and the looking
looking
is over?
is over?
Revealing only fragments of place, we walked and looked and touched. Our phone in one hand, the other outstretched and in frame. WhatsApp on and off. Recording, sending, then receiving. Before we'd set off, we'd talked on screen. We've been working this way for 3 years, familiar now with the little box of life which frames each of us as we speak, 3,000 miles apart. We walked out from our starting point, agreeing in advance who would begin. The other would keep walking and waiting, looking out for a green WhatsApp dot and a scrap of video. Watching, thinking, connecting, gesturing and guiding, telling silently the stories of our spaces. How to make these two places into one.
Tracing capital letters with your index finger, faded enamel with scratches and drips, marks a one. A weed from the crack in the wall brushes your knuckle. MENTO.
Inch by inch, up past the edge of the steel frame, your fingers run across granite. It sparkles as you find its vertex. You follow the crystalline edge until your hand drops and then floats. Buoyed by trees, you've found a line in space and a depth of field. Rust. Green. Thumb on the edge of an iron oval. Up over the knots and pits of corroded metal, your middle finger, along, down and out, skirting a wooden batten.
Exactly in line with a streetlight, your hand rises up to the sky.
You found an arch, an empty mirror image of the iron oval. Pausing, then precisely, slowly, down the barrel of the lamppost, stopping when your finger meets its own shadow.
We seek connections, looking for clues in the crumbs and scraps of these places in film. Permanent motifs, concrete fragments, objects that were lost and found and then lost again.
Traces of events that went to plan or didn't. Things that we don't see unless we are prompted to look more closely from far away. You pick a dandelion. Its filaments loosen as you break its stalk. Wind releases soft downy seeds, caught parallel between the power lines on the other side of the railway. Slowly, straight lines foreshortened. They converge only on screen. Your hand moves fast between their edges, faster still, running the risk of splinters.
The lines you find are web-like, sharply defined. They're angular, jaggy even. Their fine grain make it hard to trace them fast, delicate gestures within a pylon's gridwork.
Lines make fractures in the air and on the ground. As you point, you join the branches of a tree to the fragmented tarmac. Pressure grows. The sound of a wheezing bus explains the crumbling road.
We walk, we stop, we notice. Associations are quick, but connections come later.
There is joy in the close-up and the detail, in the sidelong glance and the underneath.
Gaps let us look, anticipate, and hope for the chance to make a link to a lucky new find. Waiting and watching, our interludes become playful.
You follow frayed borders and tiny broken territories, tributaries of grit. Reaching land and feeling resistance, pushing hard, then harder. Our encounters are born of chance. As we walk, we do not know what we will find. But as we walk and touch and show, we begin to tell a story back and forth of a landscape at once familiar but also new, as truthful as any map. Glimpsed, remembered, imagined and dreamed. These are fugitive places that we cannot now forget.